Imagine stepping into Captain America's shoes. Not the star-spangled Steve Rogers, but Sam Wilson, the guy who's got wings, a shield, and a whole lot of pressure. In Captain America, Brave New World, Sam's barely settled into the role. When the new president, Thunderbolt Ross, drops a bombshell, restart the Avengers, or else. But here's the kicker. Ross isn't just a suit calling shots, he's hiding a monstrous secret that could torch everything. Throw in a mind-controlling genius, a shady serpent society, and a chunk of adamantium that everyone's dying to claim, and you've got a wild ride ahead. Was Sam ready to lead? Could he stop a war? Or a raging Red Hulk from wrecking it all? Stick around, because this isn't just a superhero flick, it's a clash of loyalty, power, and some seriously epic twists. Let's break it down. Captain America. Brave New World is all about stepping up when the world's falling apart. Sam Wilson's not just fighting bad guys, he's wrestling with leadership, trust, and a government that's got more secrets than heroes. With Ross turning into Red Hulk and the leader pulling strings, it's a story of power gone wild and one man trying to hold it together. Sam Wilson, our new Captain America, is out in Oaxaca, Mexico, teaming up with Joaquin Torres, now rocking the Falcon suit, on a mission straight from President Thunderbolt Ross. Their target? The Serpent Society, a nasty crew of mercenaries led by Sidewinder. Sam's gliding in with his wings and shield, taking down goons left and right in a church showdown. He saves some hostages, but Sidewinder slips away while Sam's busy knocking out a beefy henchman. Meanwhile, Joaquin's chasing down a mysterious package the Serpents were about to sell. Turns out it's adamantium, that unbreakable metal everyone's after. They snag it and report back to Ross. Mission accomplished. Fast forward 5 months from Ross's big presidential speech about facing threats together. He's got baggage, though, with folks blaming him for Hulk's Harlem mess and his daughter, Betty, barely speaking to him. Sam and Joaquin head to Baltimore to train with Isaiah Bradley, the forgotten super soldier. Ross calls them up for a White House gig, and Sam's dragging Isaiah along despite his grumbling about the government screwing them over. At the event, Ross pulls Sam aside. "Hey Cap, how about restarting the Avengers? You're the guy." Sam's not sold, especially with Ross's shady Sokovia Accords past, but Ross is all charm and promises. Things get wild when Ross starts talking about Celestial Island, you know, that chunk of Tiamut from Eternals, and its adamantium stash. He's negotiating a global treaty, but then Mr. Blue starts playing. Suddenly, Isaiah and 4 other dudes turn into mind-controlled assassins, gunning for Ross. Ruth Bat Seraph, Ross's badass ex-Black Widow advisor, takes out the others. While Sam chases Isaiah through DC to a park, Isaiah snaps out of it, terrified of prison again, but Sam talks him down and he surrenders. Sam storms into Ross's bunker, swearing Isaiah's innocent, but Ross shuts him down. "You're too close to this, Wilson. You're not Steve." Ouch. Sam visits Isaiah in his cell, promising to figure this out, but Isaiah's already given up, so Sam's not letting Isaiah rot in a cell. He's on a mission now. He taps Joaquin to dig into what flipped Isaiah's switch. Joaquin hacks some surveillance cams and spots it. A blinking signal on Isaiah's phone, same as the other shooters right before they went rogue. While they're piecing this together, Sidewinder's back, ambushing Sam with a car bomb. Sam dodges the blast, and it's on. Sidewinder's shooting, stabbing, but Sam's shield and fists win the day. He knocks the guy out, leaving him for the cops. Then the phone rings. Sidewinder's boss congratulates Sam but drops a creepy, "You won't like what's next." Uh-oh. Meanwhile, Ross is sweating as world leaders chew him out after the attack. They're losing faith, and his treaty's crumbling. Sam grabs Sidewinder's phone, hands it to Joaquin, and they trace the call to Camp Echo 1, some sketchy off-grid spot in Virginia. Ruth catches a prison guard offing the other shooters, Mr. Blue playing again before he eats his own bullet. At the same time, Ross gets a call from the mystery villain, hinting at a power shift coming. Sam and Joaquin hit Camp Echo 1, sending Redwing, Sam's little drone, to scope it out. Inside, they find a lab with genetic files on Isaiah and the shooters. Then boom, enter Samuel Stearns, the leader. This guy's got a grudge against Ross, a mutated brain from Banner's blood, and a plan to ruin everything. Sam lunges, but Stearns pins him with some tech, leaving him and Joaquin to brawl with mercs. They take out one wave, then another hits. Ruth swoops in, clears the deck, and they team up. As they bolt, cops roll up, but Mr. Blue triggers them too. Sam's shield saves the day, and they jack a van to peel out. Ross isn't doing great either. Japan's Prime Minister Ozaki calls him out, and the pressure's piling up. Sam hooks up with Dennis Dunphy, a military buddy, to check out pills from Stern's lab. Then he cuts a deal with Sidewinder. Spill the beans for a temp release. Turns out Ross used Stearns as a gamma guinea pig to dodge heart failure, and Stearns hired the Serpents to tank the treaty and spark a war. Sidewinder smirks. He'll escape soon. Things are heating up now. Dunphy tells Sam that Ross and Ozaki have warships gunning for Celestial Island's adamantium. Sam confronts Ross. What's the deal with Stearns? Turns out, Ross was dying, and Stearns cooked up gamma pills to keep him alive. Ross wouldn't let him go, scared the supply would dry up. Meanwhile, Stearns ups the ante. He offs an admiral, hijacks Mr. Blue, and sends 2 American F-18s after Japan's fleet. Sam and Joaquin soar in. Joaquin ejects one pilot. Sam saves the other, but an explosion catches Joaquin, sending him crashing into the ocean. Ross is losing it. Stearns taunts him over the phone, and Ruth scrambles a med team. The Japanese pilots radio Ozaki. Captain America just saved their bacon. Sam's at Joaquin's bedside when Bucky Barnes rolls in, giving him a "You've got?" this pep talk. Oh, and he's running for Congress now. Stearns isn't done. He tracks Dunphy, stops his heart with some gadget, and moves on. Ross calls Betty, then faces the press, but Stearns finds Sam first, surrendering with a smirk. Watch Ross become the monster. The gamma's been simmering in Ross, and the reporters push him over the edge. His Secret Service agent, Layla, tries to pull him back, but it's too late. Ross hulks out into Red Hulk, shrugging off bullets and smashing choppers. Sam flies in, shield up, and they duke it out, trashing the White House. Red Hulk rips Sam's wings, dents his suit. But Sam's got a plan. He lures him to the cherry blossoms. Betty's spot, dodging flames and landing hits. Red Hulk charges, Sam absorbs the punch with his shield, and a massive wave knocks them both back. Sam talks fast. "Remember Betty?" And Ross calms. Down, shrinking back to normal as the authorities swarm in. Isaiah's cleared and free, hugging Sam outside prison. The White House is a wreck, but they're rebuilding. Sam visits Ross at the raft. Betty's there too, maybe patching things up. Then he checks on Joaquin, who's banged up but alive, saying Sam's why he became a hero. Stearns gets the last word, though, locked up. He warns Sam about threats from other worlds sneaking in. So, how does Captain America brave New World land? Sam's talk-down works? Ross, fresh off his Red Hulk rampage, slumps back to human, staring at the cherry. Blossoms his cuffs slap on. He's hauled to the raft, that floating super prison, and Sam's there watching him process it all. Betty shows up too, first time in years, and you can feel the tension ease between them, like maybe they'll figure it out. Ross's legacy? Toast. The treaty's a mess, the White House is rubble, and he's the monster Stearns wanted everyone to see. But Sam? He's still standing. Isaiah's out of the cage, exoneration stamped on his file, and he's grinning with Sam, free at last after all the government's dirty tricks. Joaquin's in the hospital, banged up from that ocean crash, but he's got fire in his eyes. He tells Sam, "You're the reason I suited up." It hits hard. Sam's not just carrying the shield, he's inspiring the next wave. The White House rebuilds, a symbol of starting over. But the real kicker comes after the credits roll. Sam visits Stearns at the raft, and the guy's smug as ever. "I've seen it," Stearns says. "Threats from other worlds, other universes, they're coming." It's a gut punch. Sam's barely caught his breath, and the multiverse is already knocking. This isn't a clean win. Ross surrenders, sure, but Stearns planned every move, exposing Ross, shaking Sam, and cracking the door for bigger chaos. Sam's proven he's Captain America, wings or not, but that warning lingers. Is he ready for what's next? The adamantiums. Out there, the Avengers are still a dream, and Stearns is locked up but grinning like he's already won. For Sam, it's not just about stopping one fight, it's about gearing up for a war nobody sees coming. What do you think? Can he handle it?